morning, girls. How are you today?
Fine, teacher. Fine, teacher.
Okay, it's good to know. Today we have an interesting class that helps to improve your writing skills for the B2 exam. You have to write an essay at the end of the class, okay? To start the class, I will to share with you some pictures that I would like to pay attention to all of this. And I need that you write your answer behind to the picture, okay? I give you the first question and write your answer. Is clear the instruction?
Yes.
Okay. What do you this image or picture shows? Write your answers. You finished?
Yes.
Okay, now change your papers and read the answers that shared your partners. Now, Clarita, tell me, are you agree with the statements that write your partner?
Yes, of course, because the pictures the picture clearly shows about the overcrowded world that is happening nowadays. And also, I would like to argue that as a result, we have a great demand of natural resources. That it means that we could we need to overexploit the planet.
Okay, what about you, Camila?
Well, I agree with all the statements that my partner went here because the picture shows a high level of air contamination, a high level of air pollution. Yeah, it's evident that the carbon gas emission is in the picture, and according to my partner, the overpollution is in the factors, and well, here we have factories that emit different carbon dioxide, and it has incredible level of air contamination.
Okay, thank you, Paulina. And Melanie?
That picture depicts environmental issues such as natural catastrophes such as global warming, high forests, and also high temperatures or extremely cold conditions who are affecting our planet.
Okay, in this picture shows that we have some issues that nowadays affect our planet. Okay, the follow question is, what do you think that the text will be about it?
About environmental issues.
Okay, Paulina.
I think that the picture is about climate change.
Yeah.
As my friend said, it's about global warming.
Okay, thank you. And finally, do you think that this is an interesting topic to write and say? Yes, no? Okay, thank you. Now we are with these pictures because in the next activities, maybe we'll use these pictures, okay?
Good morning. How are you today?
Good
morning. Well, we are going to continue. For this time, you are going to take this, Melanie. You will have 5 different paragraphs. So you need to organize, try to watch. Also, all these are clothing tags. All of you need to attach in the correct way with the paragraphs. These are ice creams, and you will organize all those paragraphs, take into account some phrases that are included at the beginning of each paragraph. So remember, at the beginning, at the top, you will have a cherry. Look at this. The cherry, you need to paste the introduction. The blue one cup is for the first paragraph. The brown cup is for the second, and the pink one is for the third paragraph, and finally the last part of the ice cream, the cone, is for the conclusion. So take your time, read carefully, and try to organize. You will have 6 minutes to this activity, okay? what did you put that paragraph in that part of the scopes, or maybe at the top of the cherry, or in the column. Don't forget use the curly tags you need to paste to identify each paragraph. Okay? Did you finish or not yet?
Not yet.
You have 1 minute.
Carga el código en la app.
Did you finish? Okay. Okay, time is up. Now, tell me, Melanie, why did you think that the purple one is the introduction?
Well, I consider that paragraph is the introduction because it, the context is related to the next of those next paragraphs. It's like general ideas that I consider that is introduction.
Excellent. Paulina, tell me, how do you identify the second paragraph?
The second paragraph.
Yeah, the second paragraph.
Okay. I can identify the second paragraph. First of all, according to the connection
Yeah.
that we have. In that case, the paragraph use first. And I can notice that it's a sequence, for example, first, second, and at the end we have final.
Excellent. How about you, Clarita? The third one.
Well, as my partner Paulina mentioned, each paragraph there are key important words. For example, in the body paragraph 2, we find second, and it's obvious that we have to consider as sequences. For the reason I consider that.
Excellent. Good job. Now, you are going to read. I'm going to start with Paulina with the introduction, please.
Okay. Environmental issues are likely to worsen in the next 20 years if no actions is taken soon. The planet is already facing multiple environmental challenges, and without immediate solutions, these problems
large amount of harmful gases into the atmosphere. In addition, the waste we produce on a daily basis often ends up polluting the oceans, affecting marine life and ecosystems.
Continue. Second, global warming is accelerating due to human activities. The modern lifestyle depends heavily on industries and technologies that emit greenhouse gases. As a result, the Earth's temperature is rising, threatening the survival of animals like polar bears, which depends on ice-covered habitats that are rapidly disappearing.
Continue, Pauline. Okay. Finally, the growing Finally, the growing global pollution increases pressure on natural resources. More people mean a greater demand for food, water, and energy. Thus leads to overalls of land, higher levels of pollution, and overwhelming amount of waste, all of which contribute to environmental degradation.
Carita, the last one, please.
In conclusion, we are facing critical environmental problems that will only get worse if ignored. However, I believe that with cooperation between scientists, governments, and communities, effective solutions can be developed to protect our planet for future generations.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Can you show me all your ice cream? Okay. Excellent. Good job, girls. So don't forget use the connectors because with the next teacher Leslie, are going to work with you. She's going to work with you, and you need to take into account all those keywords. Thank you. Thank you, teacher.
Hello guys, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, teacher.
We are great. I'm well for you. Okay, so let's start with today's lesson, okay? So here, as teacher Diana said, we have an essay, right? So I will read you some statements that are part of the essay. So you just need to underline the statements that you are going to be listening to, okay? So the first one says, environmental issues are likely to worsen in the next 20 years if no action is taken soon. Did you find it?
Yep.
Yes? Yeah. Also, here, for example, let's analyze this statement. Do you think that it could be considered the main idea of the introduction or not?
Yes.
Okay, it is actually the main idea, but it is called thesis statement. Okay?
Yeah.
So we are going to call it like thesis statement. Then we have the next sentence. Okay? It says, first, pollution is one of the most urgent environmental threats we face today. For example, in this particular case, do you think that it is again a main idea or not?
Yes, it is. Of the part could be, but sometimes it's like a topic, the main topic of that part.
Yes. This is called the topic sentence of the body paragraph 1 in this case, okay? Yes. And also it has at the beginning linking word first, okay? And usually you will find a topic sentence at the beginning of each paragraph. So, then I have other statement here. It says, vehicles such as cars, trucks, and airplanes release large amounts of harmful gases into the atmosphere. In this case, do you think that such as is introducing examples or not?
Yes,
It's like an explanation.
Yes, that's right. Because it says vehicles such as cars, trucks, and airplanes, right? So in this case, it is not a main idea. It it is a supporting sentence or a supporting detail because it is actually supporting the main idea that in this case is the topic sentence. Okay? So I will read other one. It says, second, global warming is accelerating due to human activities. In this case, again, we have the main idea of the paragraph 2. Then, so it is a topic sentence, that's right. So, it says, the modern lifestyle depends heavily on industries and technologies that emit greenhouse gases. So, in this case, again, this is supporting the main idea of the paragraph, okay? Then we have other topic sentence to end the body paragraphs. That's it. Finally, the growing global population increases pressure on natural resources. Okay? So again, you can notice that at the beginning of each body paragraph, you are going to find a linking word. The first one was first, the other one was second, and the last one was finally, right into the body paragraphs. So we just need to remember that in each body paragraph, we are going to be finding a topic sentence that is going to be supported by details, by facts, examples, statistics, or supporting sentences. And also remember that the posture that we have, for example, the statement that we have first in the introduction is going to be called thesis statement because it is going to be the main idea of all this day. And what happens at the end in the conclusion, because it says, in conclusion, we are facing critical environmental problems that will only get worse if ignored. Yeah, so for example, there is the conclusion. It says also in conclusion, that is the linking word. So we're going to remember that that conclusion is going to be just this is a statement in other words, okay? Because we are going to be repeating the same but paraphrasing it. And it's not more than that, okay? So again, let's remember that an essay has an introduction, the body paragraphs, and the conclusion. In the introduction, what we can find in introduction? Yes, it's the same. And what about the body paragraphs?
Topic sentence, and sometimes examples, supporting details, facts.
Yes, that's right. And what about at the end and the conclusion?
Here we could paraphrase and mention a little above, but with a little summary.
Yes, a little summary of all this say, but we need to take into account that this is a statement that is in the introduction to paraphrase it at the end.
So we can add suggestion.
Yes, at the end, as you can see, there is a phrase that starts with however, right? And it is introducing an opinion and also an interesting thing that is going to be called like a reflection, because we are going to be catching the attention of the reader with that final statement. And also it could happen also at the beginning because we can add a hook if you want also. That's all, guys. So let's continue with teacher Lee.
So now the next activity is you have to create a brainstorm or mind map. Do you remember that I said that we use these pictures? Okay, I'm going to share with you the sheet of paper that we use to develop this activity. According to these pictures, you have to create a brainstorm or mind map answering the following question. If you want, you can write the questions, okay? The first question is, what are the main causes of environmental problems? The second question is, how do environmental problems can affect the human life in ecosystems? And finally, what action can individuals and governments take to reduce environmental damage?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, what actions can individuals and governments take to reduce environmental damage? Now you have 4 minutes to create your brainstorm or mind map. Remember that you can include the keywords that you consider can be applied or included in your essay. And also answer the questions that I give before. You have 1 minute to finish this activity. Okay, time's over. Now I would like that you read carefully your own works and highlight only the keywords that you consider that you can include in your essay. So now change your papers and read the ideas that write your partners. Okay. Finally, I have a question for you. There are a new idea that would you like to include in your essay? What idea?
In my case, I would like to copy those ideas, for example, read demand of natural resources, scientists, governments, communities. Those ones.
Okay. Clarita?
Well, in my case, obviously we have to consider that the bad management of resources, and especially the sometimes we produce a high level of garbage waste, and it's a good idea. And another is about the ecosystems and how important they are for all of us.
Okay, according to my point of view, I think that the best option for me is the means transportation, talking about the causes of the environmental issues. And well, the consequences or effects I can consider about the other food production, and in the case of plants productions, like previously, but here we have protective actions, could be targeted, be houses of citizens.
Okay, thank you. Let's continue working with teacher Diana.
Okay, girls, now it's time to work. In this time, you are going to write your draft. So take into account all those previous activities, especially the Lily teacher gives you, because you are going to put all those ideas in these sheets of papers. So take one at a time. Okay? For this activity, you will have just 7 minutes. Start. Okay, okay. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Can you have my pencil was stolen? Okay. Start now. but it's just a truth. So don't worry. Just put all those ideas in your sheet of paper. And don't forget use the phrases, the connectors, okay, at the beginning of your paragraphs. Don't forget use it. You have 4 minutes. already finished, check maybe your spell or the punctuation. Be careful with this too. Try to finish yours. Try to finish. You have a minute. Try to complete your task because you need to this for the next activity with teachers.
I'm finished.
Okay, very done.
Good job.
Okay, girls, time's up. Now to continue teacher lesson.
Hello again, guys. So right now, you just need to exchange your essays with a person who is next to you. So just try to exchange them. Yeah, that's right. And now, you are going to read the draft for your classmate, and you are going to give her, in this case, a feedback. But you just need to check the spelling, the punctuation, maybe if something is not clear, the use of the connectors, and also the structure, because as I said before, they say first it has the introduction, the body paragraphs, and the conclusion. Okay? If the say of your classmate has this, you just need to put a tick next to the paragraph. If it has an introduction, okay, a tick. Body paragraph 1, tick. Body paragraph 2, and the same until the conclusion. Okay? So you just need to put a tick next to the paragraph. And also analyze the punctuation and the spelling of the essays of your classmates. And that's all. So you have 2 minutes to do that. Okay? Okay. Have you finished, guys? Or not yet? Okay. So now, again, exchange essays. One more time. Okay. So now you're going to check your own mistakes. You're going to correct them. And then you will have 5 minutes to rewrite your essay on the other side of the sheet of paper, okay? So you have 5 minutes to finish the final version, okay? So let's go ahead.
You only have 2 minutes to finish, okay? Okay, guys, time is over. So please give me the back. And let me tell you that I will share these days into a website that we have for the English major, okay? So don't forget to write down your name.